Hello, my name is DC. I'll be giving you match analysis for South Sudan versus Senegal. Match analysis. All right, let's get into this one. Let me open my little tool here and let's play. All right, so he gets away from his defender, right? Now, before we even show the goal, let me show you who scores the goal. He is the one that scores the goal. He is in front of him, so he should be more aware of what's happening, right? But unfortunately, his eyes have to be glued here. Not really glued, but he has to also take notice of what's happening here because as this cross will come, he has to be aware of the flight of the ball, if there'll be any deflections, and he also has to be aware of what's behind him. Am I going to blame him completely? Maybe not. Cross, this is a lovely cross, but at this point here, he should be more aware, and in this point, stick out a hand because just to feel if the person's there, and yeah, that's a really good finish. That's someone that wanted to score. Because look at this. This is a lovely cross. Yeah, he gets past the play a little too easily. And then let me just play that back. Okay, so he gets beaten, right? Let's see how. So at this point he's beaten. Let's see. At this point he's beaten, right? Let's see what he does. Yeah, problem. He starts his run off to this side when the player is going this side. I know that he would have been behind him, but anyway, the job was not really job, but at that point, only so much he could do. I think this one gives us a better angle. So here, as the cross is coming in, let's look at his head movement. Is he looking left to right? No, his eyes are glued. He could be looking left, right, and if possible, taking a few steps into the anticipated direction of where the striker will move, hand out, and then even if he gets the ball, jump with him, just distract him. But the defending could have been better, but that cross, it's a lovely cross, I'm not going to lie. And also the striker here, he really wanted to score that goal. Ismail Assar of Crystal Palace. Ismail of Crystal Palace, Mr. James Stone. He is scoring for national team and club. Wonderful, isn't that? All right, let's get into the next one. Sorry, next goal that was scored somewhere around here. Boys play. All right, so this one it doesn't end into the back of the net, but this other one. Similar situation once again. He is too far away. He should be reading that. And unfortunately, unmarked. I don't know if this is off a counterattack. I don't know exactly what situation they could have got into that led to this. I really do not know. And it's similar to that other chance I've just shown. He runs forward with the ball, and then I mean he's unmarked, and then he's seeing everything. Oh, this is way too big circles. He's unmarked. He's seeing what's happening. Oh, sorry. Yeah, that's a horrible one. He's also unmarked. He's unmarked. Is this off a counter? Because this is really concerning. Cross into the box. Keeper error. Keeper error. Because, okay, first of all, he should have been here. There's no way you give Sadio Mane this much space. You really don't. He's a veteran. He'll put it into the back of the net. He should be closer, yes. But the goalkeeper should not have been doing that. And you see, instead of running to the side, he runs forward and then eventually changes his direction. You see that? By that time, it's already into the back of the net. The defender should have been closer to Mane, but the goalkeeper, yeah, that's mainly goalkeeper error. Yeah, mainly goalkeeper error. Maybe the defender had too much trust in his goalkeeper. Because once again, this situation whereby a boy is allowed down the line, once again, I don't know if it's off a counter-attack or whatever, because these guys are completely unmarked. They really are. As the ball comes in, number 21, you can see Sadio Mane. That's your job. You should be. He is your priority as of now. He's your priority. This is not your priority. No, 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 no. This is what you should be. I really don't know what's going on in his head. I would like to say I know, but once again, let me just do that. That will hopefully be our cover photo if it's within the specified amount of megabytes. Yeah, keeper shouldn't have dropped it. And Sadio Mane punishes. All right, next goal of the match. Somewhere here. Unfortunately, there's this anyway. There's this, but we can probably make out what's happening. He has the ball. He's in space. I don't know if it's because he pushes up. I don't know exactly what leads to this situation, but I'm assuming that's their midfield line, which is also very concerning. And this is the defensive line. I wonder why there's no cover. And then I think they were playing a high line. A person made a few passes to push them forward. And of course, the person on the ball is Jackson. And then the goalkeeper, I don't want to say, okay, I don't know if it's because it's Jackson or the goalkeeper actually does a good job. It's really hard to say. He comes out and then Jackson fumbles this. Fortunately enough, his teammate finishes it. But let's play back a bit. So Ismail Assar, right? He's all alone. Ismail Assar is all alone. Not really alone, but and he's the first. At this point, we cannot blame the goalkeeper because at this point, the goalkeeper has done well. He's taken the ball away from Jackson, but Jackson has just missed it completely between the two. Yeah. And he has his defense to blame because he's done his part. It's now down to the defense to help with any other rebounds, and they do not. And that's a good finish. It really is a good finish. And it goes in between the oof, I mean, look at this. And funny enough, if Jackson just flicks it, that's the problem. He tries to roll it on the ground. You see there? He should have flicked it up. He tries to roll it on the ground, and this is why it's not always reliable running towards the goal because sometimes it can just go in between your legs, just like that. It can just go past you. That's why you're better off dealing with the situation at hand. That's a really good goal. Another goal for Ismail Sarr. Mr. James Stone must be feeling very happy. The men from Palace, or the guys from Palace, are scoring, both for club and country. Okay, all right. So the foul happened. No, is it here? No, the foul. All right. So the foul happened somewhere here, right? I think he kicks him. I don't really know what happens. I'll let you because I don't know if I don't know what happens here. I can't really tell, and that's the only replay we have. And I don't know if Mane was protecting the ball for Jackson or Jackson just decided to take the penalty. Because I've noticed Jackson really likes to fight for penalties. Because, yeah, he gets the pen, and I think Mane was willing to give him the ball so that he gets himself a goal. Not a good penalty because look at where he places the ball. Just slightly. Anyway, the keeper dives the wrong way, but could be more in the corner. That's just me, though. Anyway, he scores. That's good for Jackson. Hopefully, that'll give him the confidence he needs. All right. Now, sorry, I played it a bit too. All right, so this one is okay. So now, if you're my goalkeeper and you play the ball to me in this situation where there are two players pressuring me, instead of passing it to him who is wide open, you pass it to me who is under pressure. And then I can't even pass it to him because he's marked. He's going to lose the ball or he's going to be under pressure. Just know that when the game finishes, we're going to talk. Our voices may get loud, but we are definitely going to talk because what exactly is the point? Why do you want to make me look bad? Why? He's under pressure. He takes a terrible touch because, funny enough, his first touch, um, sorry, you see, his first touch, he could have immediately gone here, could have gone to the space and kicked it out. That's what he could have done. But instead, I think, yeah, he's pressured, but I do expect him to take that touch and if it's just take it out for a goal, for a throw in, sorry, or kick it forward. Instead, boom. What I do like is look at the movement of the player that's here, the player in green. You've seen him, right? He runs all the way here because he is dragging the defender there. The defender has to follow, and it will create space for him to score the goal. Let's let that play. See that? Boom. Passes it. As I've said, he makes the run. The defender has to follow, and it's an open net for the Senegalese player to make it 5. But as I was saying, if you're my goalkeeper and you pass the ball to me in this situation, instead of passing or just kicking it out, oh, we're going to talk. We are going to talk. We may grab each other's shirts, but we are definitely going to talk. That's all I can say. Because this, nah, he set his defender up. He really did. And then he set himself up to be scored on. I mean, look at this. Yeah, but it's a heavy touch. But that touch, okay, the touch is bad, but the goalkeeper shouldn't have passed to him in that. Because here, he could have taken himself to the side and then just kicked it out. But unfortunately, bad touch because he's under pressure. Boom. I think that's a Dingre. Notices his player. That's lovely movement also from the person that scores the goal. Otherwise, me and the goalkeeper would definitely be fighting in the dressing room if he decides to play that type of ball to me. But anywho, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe, and I'll see you in the next match analysis.